Hi guys, and this is my channel Sasilulu. Today I'm here with another person, Rhoda Ebun. She is a stylist extraordinaire, right? And I'm going to be talking to Rhoda and asking her questions about styling. Now she is famous for styling most of, in fact all of them, all the hosts of Ebony Life.
Yeah.
Right, so I'm going to be talking with her. Nice to meet you,
Nice to
Ebon.
meet you too, thank you.
You look nice.
Thank you, you look nice too.
Alright, so I was checking out your work and I realized that you've done quite a lot, 4 years, styling quite a lot of people.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm a host on Ebony Life, and I know you have your clients. So what's it like styling? I mean, the whole profession, everyone wants to be a stylist today. What's it like?
Being a stylist is not as glamorous as people think. It's 90% hard work and 10% fun, fashion, and glamour. You know, you have to build your portfolio first of all, for people to actually recognize your work or take you seriously enough to, to be hired. After building your portfolio, you have to start building your clientele, and it's a lot. You have to be consistent. You have to always, improve. You need to always. It's a ton of work. You can never have too little or too many contacts. Keep. It's just progressive. On and on and on and on, and just keep spreading your wings, keep spreading your tentacles.
Was styling something you always wanted to do? Because I know some people kind of jump into this thing. They say, I discovered it.
I didn't grow up saying I wanted to be a stylist, But however, I grew up liking fashion. I grew up, liking the idea of dressing people. I grew up, with my head buried in a lot of fashion magazines, admiring, and admiring like a lot of fashionistas who, had like very significant taste in style. Yeah, but did I know that you could be a fashion stylist as a career? No, I didn't know that until like when I was much older, and I was already working full time in corporate anyways, and I just kept talking, and a lot of my friends who know me for what I for my fashion flair were like, you could actually be a stylist, and it's like, do they pay? Is it a proper paying job? Is it something worth my while? Because I already had like a full time job that I was doing, and my friends kind of encouraged me. I started like interning on the side, having my full-time job. I did a lot of internship with a lot of designers. I started building my portfolio, working fashion shows. And then eventually I decided to take a course in fashion style at LCF, London College of Fashion. Yeah, just to know more about, it was not enough for me to have like, the flair or the desire.
So you had to actually get extra knowledge
I wanted to get extra knowledge about styling, how it can be a proper job, how to understand clients, because there's being a stylist actually is offering a service, so you need to understand the psychology of how to manage clients. So yeah, so I took a course on being a fashion stylist from London College of Fashion, and then from there I interned. I interned at River Island. And then I work with a lot of stylists as styling assistants, both here in Nigeria and in UK as well. And then it was just it wasn't like a quick jump on me, because I was not really ready to just jump into it quickly. I wanted to know what's the worst case scenario as well as the best case scenario as well. So eventually, just when it was time for me to just make it a full-time job, I just took a plunge.
All right. So what's the styling process like? When you want to style, what do you think? What's the first thing that comes to mind when you want to style a client?
Yeah, well, it depends on the client, and it depends on the brief. I always say the first things first, to understand the brief of what you're doing and what you're working on or with. I'm involved in like different kinds of styling. There's TV productions and there's personal styling, but with each of this styling, there's also always a brief. So if I'm styling a personal client who wants to go for a red carpet event, I need to understand, what kind of red carpet event is it? Is it something formal? Is it something very glamorous? Is it something dressed down? What's the style direction? Is there a dress code? Then from dress code, I also need to understand the body, because it's important to dress the client for the body that they have and not the body that they want to have. You know what I mean? So
what the case where you have someone who says, no, this is what I want to wear.
So what do you do? The truth of the matter is, as a stylist, and also because like I say, you're offering a service, is the best thing you can do is to advise your client, but you cannot force your opinion on a client. Some clients actually have a strong opinion of how they want to look. And there's really nothing you can do about it. You cannot advise them, okay, I think that, this will work for you, this color, this texture, this look, whatever will work for you. But some people have a strong idea, this is what how I specifically want to look like. You can only advise, but you cannot force, because I found that a lot of time forcing your opinion down a client can lead to like a
some type of problem.
Yeah, it can lead
Because
to a
people
bad
can be-
relationship. And if, while you're working with the client, you feel that, this client is not taking my advice, and then the final output is not coming out the way you'll be proud to say, oh, I did this job, you can actually walk away. You know what I mean? Other than that, like I say, it's always best to advise, but you cannot force your opinion down on the client.
What's your experience? Because it's not easy styling. I was asking you that question earlier. Working with so many hosts, and they have different ideas of how they want to look like.
Well,
so what's
yeah.
it like putting together the whole?
Well, the good thing is about what I do for TV is that there's actually a brief for every show. So some shows are very dressed down, and some shows are very glamorous and what's the word? There's a direction for the show. There's a direction for how the presenter should look. So as much as it's okay to balance or understand what the presenter's style is, at the same, you also need to understand the brief. So if this presenter likes to look eccentric, but the show is that is classy and glam or soft glam, or so you need to balance it out. Do you understand? So it's about paying more attention to the brief of the show.
Okay, then anything else? Okay, so what's your style like? Because I find that you are not eccentric, androgynous or anything. You're not over the top. You're very simple.
Yeah.
And we're saying that you you're classic.
Simplicity is key for me, and I consider myself to be a classicist when it comes to style. My wardrobe has like a variety of pieces. I like colors. I like prints. I like basics. I like neutrals. I always say to myself, I don't invest in a piece that I don't see myself rocking or restyling in 5 years. You know what I mean? So as much as I like trends, I don't jump in on every trend. I always have to see how functional is this trend? How functional is it to my wardrobe? Is it something that, okay, fine, it might not be in vogue now, but it's still relevant, in the next couple of years. So I don't invest in things that I cannot restyle or rework,
Again.
Yeah, and cannot, and still,
serve
and not, apart from even restyling, will still not be valid. It has to still be, the style of what I'm creating still has to be valid. So, and at the same time, comfort is key for me as well. So I won't put myself or dress in things that just because I want to make a fashion statement, I will not be comfortable. I have to be comfortable because my job requires me to, be on my feet, move around a lot. So it's very expressive of how I am. I like, simplicity. I like colorful. I like, everything is a blend. It's a blend. If you see what I'm wearing a colorful shaped dress, but it's comfortable for me to move. I'm wearing my brogues because I can move or jump around. I like my snapback for a little edge, but it's not too over the top. So I like everything to be balanced. I like the balance.
So who would you say you love to work with? It doesn't have to be celebrity. Internationally or locally?
Well, I like to work with the president's wife.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it the American president or Nigerian president?
Any president's wife, as long as you can pay.
I'm sure they have the money to pay.
Yeah, but then again, for me, I'm always invested in evolving. I'm always invested in working on. I watched Gossip Girl, and I was blown away by the interpreting the fashion of each character. And it was a very fashionable show. You watch Suits, for example, even though it's a very serious show. So I want to work on a project whereby I actually have to create work with a fictional character and create a style for that fictional character. I want to go into costume designing. So yeah, that's where I see myself evolving into.
All right. So, what's the 3 things that stylists need to know, or upcoming stylists?
You always have to learn to evolve. It's never enough to have the flair of of the job. You always have to be willing to learn new things, because you never can stop learning. You can never have too many contacts or too little contacts. You always have to establish and have lots and lots of contacts. You find that you always need designers, contacts, like I was saying before. I work with designers on various levels. I also offer brand consulting services because I have to help to bring their brand. So, if you're an upcoming stylist, you never think of art as, oh, I need to make money ASAP, Build, learn, grow, and then once you've built yourself to a capacity whereby you know that you're strong, yeah.
You can stand on your own. So 3 things that you must always be found with. You can't do without. 3 things
in my phones, because obviously I have to keep in touch with the number of clients and designers that I always have to work with, and then I have a measuring tape in my bag because you can never trust when a client tells you, oh, I'm a size 10, and then you measure the person has to be a size 14. That happens a lot. And a notepad, because I always have to scribble down whatever pops into my head every other time, which is a lot of the time anyway. So.
All right, thank you so much, Ebun.
Thank you
nice talking to you.
Nice to meet you. Totally nice. Thank you.
All right, guys, it was nice talking to Rhoda. We had fun trying to learn a lot of things about styling and fashion. All right, guys, bye.